Elemental analysis is a common lab practice. It allows us to understand the purity of a reaction product or to identify an unknown substance. And what we're really looking for in elemental analysis is the percent composition. That's the percentage by mass of each element in that compound. And we can find percent composition by taking the mass of each element over the total mass and then multiplying by 100%. Percent composition can be found for a sample or based on the molecular formula. Let's look at it for a molecular formula. Now, when we find percent composition based on molecular formula, the key thing is that this total mass, which is the denominator, is the molecular mass or the molar mass of that compound. So let's figure out the percent composition for calcium hydroxide, which is CaOH2. Now, CaOH2, notice it has parentheses and then this 2. What that means is we have 2 oxygens and 2 hydrogens. So we have 1 calcium, 2 oxygens, and 2 hydrogens. And so if we want to find the molecular mass for this, we take 1 times the atomic mass for the calcium plus 2 times the mass for the oxygen, and then 2 times the mass for the hydrogen. And we sum all these up and we get the molecular mass, which is 74.096 grams per mole. Now we want to figure out the percent compositions. And so we can take these numbers and we can use these to figure out the percent composition. So let's look at calcium. So for calcium, we take this 40.08 over the total mass, 74.096, and we multiply by 100%, and that's going to get us our 54.09% calcium. That means that of all the substance, 54.09% of it is calcium. Let's do the same thing for oxygen. For oxygen, notice it's 2 times 16. So we're going to have 32.00 on top. We have the same denominator, 74.096. We multiply by 100%, and that's going to get us our percent composition for the oxygen. So that means it's 54% calcium, 43% oxygen. Now we need to do the same thing for the hydrogen. So for the hydrogen, we have 2 times 1.08, 1.008, so that's 2.016, over the total, 74.096. We multiply by 100%, and that's going to get us our percent composition for the hydrogen, 2.721% for the hydrogen. Now the key thing is that if we take these 3% compositions and we add them up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the total percentage. And if we do that, if we take these 3 numbers and add them up, we're going to get 100.001% or 100%. And that makes sense because the compound only has calcium, oxygen, and hydrogen. So if we take the percents of each, they should equal, and we sum them up, we should equal 100%. All right, so this is finding the percent composition. So the percent composition of calcium hydroxide would be 54.09% calcium, 43.19% oxygen, and then 2.721% hydrogen. Last thing, notice that the hydrogen is a small percentage, and that's typically the case. In most molecules, hydrogen will be a small percentage of the total composition, and that's because hydrogen just has such a small atomic mass.